video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
Yeah, this a revolution in our time. Everybody's fighting, change coming, yes. That's why it's an acronym for riot. Everybody has a voice. Don't you dare stay silent. If you say nothing, you are an accessory to violence.
They've had their say. Seems like they've had that kind of say around here for too long. Look, I had to stand up for myself alone. I went in there to remind them that somewhere in this world there's still a little order left. To let them know in the only kind of terms that their kind understand is that they can't bribe or threaten their way out of what they did. To let them do this to me and get away with it, and you give them the eternal right to do the same damn thing to any one of you.
Hey, y'all. Anthony Oksenholt, Access 228. You know, I can't get over this shit. I can't believe that y'all actually thought that this big, beautiful bill was actually going to do something. Well, y'all thought y'all had something. Overtime is tax-free up to $12,000. You know, I know people who were actually forced to work overtime. Forced! They go to work expecting to work an 8-hour shift. Next thing you know, you're working a 16 today. You're working a double. And if you don't work a double, I'm going to go ahead and write you up. So many write-ups, you lose your job. I know a lot of people like that. Mainly in the law enforcement community. Actually, the ones I'm talking about are in the law enforcement community. They work corrections. The Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections and the Florida Department of Corrections are both on 8.5-hour shifts. They turn into 17s like that. Now, $12,000? Shit. That ain't nothing. My opinion is this. First off, I don't believe in income taxes. I think that you want to take my fucking income and then turn around and fucking give it to your corporate motherfucking people that, you know, your special interest groups or whatever, or give it to some lazy bastard that don't want to work, or give it to foreign nations. You don't need my fucking tax dollars. But, you know, I seem to be in the minority because I don't, you know, even though I'm up here in Massachusetts right now and it's July 4th weekend, I don't see anybody dumping tea into fucking Boston Harbor this weekend. Too bad I can't bobtail over there. I might just symbolically throw some in there. But anyway, I digress. This is a joke. This is pathetic. Mike Azell, my brother in law enforcement, I have got to call you out, sir. We had this discussion, and I'm gonna shoot Mike a Facebook message and express my displeasure. You know, and I like Mike. Nothing against Mike Azell. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a good congressman. He was a good sheriff. He was a good police officer. for years, 40 of them. So he's going to understand where I'm coming from and my frustration, even though I'm no longer in uniform either. Um, I didn't trade my uniform for a suit like he did, but I still respect the guy. Overtime should be tax free. Anything after 40 hours a week should be mine. Now, I'm a truck driver now. Here's the fact, I don't get paid by the hour, I get paid by the mile. I don't work a 40-hour week, I work a 70-hour week. Sometimes I cheat on that. I may work a little bit more than 70 hours and just log 70. We all do it. It's the only way to make money out here. Most people get on average 2 days off a week. I get 1 day off for every week I stay out here on the road. And I'm not the only one living this life. And yes, it's my choice that I'm doing this type of work. But nobody knows how to address it. And I'm not an economist, so I don't know how to address that. But I do want to address law enforcement because this is something we can address, and other wage hour workers. Anything after 40, that's extra. Maybe I want to catch up on a bill. Maybe I want to go buy something nice for myself because I put in the extra effort. Again, I don't agree with income tax, period. I think the goddamn 16th Amendment ought to be repealed. I would love nothing more than an Article 5 convention repealing the 16th Amendment and disbanding the fucking IRS. Let's talk about your tip workers. Oh, y'all got sold on that one, didn't you? Your tips? Well, only the first 25% are not taxed. Now, I don't know what tip workers make now, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think in Mississippi, the minimum wage for tip employees is like $2.13 an hour. At least it used to be. I don't know. I've never been a tip employee. However, when I deliver your freight, I do accept tips. Um, but I've never been a tip employee. $2.13 an hour. Has anybody priced rent on the coast lately? Anybody went and got an apartment? You want to live in a nice place? And I know some of y'all went, well, you can get a better job. Really, asshole? You're the same ones that sit there and go patronize Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning when you piss drunk. When you piss drunk and you going into Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning after leaving the fucking bar or leaving the casino, um, don't you think that worker kind of deserves to have every dime you tip him untaxed? I think so, especially if they're only making $2.13 an hour. I'm not saying it's what they're making. I don't know. I know what I'm making. I'm barely scraping by. I don't live the most extravagant lifestyle in the world. Part of the reason it's hard for me to scrape by is it's expensive to fucking be out here on the road. But whatever. I guess truck stop thinks that we're all fucking millionaires out here or something. Y'all got sold a pig in a fur coat with Axe body spray. That's what y'all got sold. And you thrilled to death about it. Oh, the big beautiful bill. No, it's a pig in a fur coat. Y'all got sold again. Y'all been had again. And you're thrilled to death about it. You know, there was a time in this country where we had balls. It's a damn shame we don't have any balls anymore. There was a time in this country where we would stand up and say, nah, Hoss, we ain't taking that shit. I'm pissed off, and I'm pissed off for you. I don't know why you're not mad. You just got screwed with no lube. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy your big, beautiful bill on the 4th of July weekend. But I want y'all to think about something. Remember what the 4th of July was. I'll give you a quote. Actually, it's not really a quote. It's just something to think about. 249 years ago, we declared independence from a tyrant 3,000 miles away. 249 years later, we have 536 tyrants 1 mile away. That's a fucking problem, people. If you ain't mad, you ain't paying attention. Y'all have a good day. Let me address one other thing real quick. Social entitlements, because some of y'all are mad that the bill got passed because of social entitlements. I want to address that too. Why don't we cut out social entitlements? Refund all Social Security money. One big check. Everybody gets their check, whatever you paid in. Let's do away with food stamps, welfare, Section 8, WIC. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. Sorry, I forgot to be an equal opportunity offender here because I know there's Democrats that are mad because the bill does that. No. Let me go ahead and just throw this out there too. Throw you assholes under the bus too. Let's get rid of it all. If I got to work, you should too. Just my opinion. Y'all have a good day.